I'm going to show you how to set up an OpenVPN Tun link between two OpenWRT routers. At the top we've got the Site A server and the Site B client. Site A will set the LAN IP range to 192.168.2 and Site B will set the IP range to 192.168.3 and we'll route these together. Just before we begin, there's two methods to set up a VPN, either by using bridging or routing. Typically, you would use bridging to connect two sites that are using the same subnet. The VPN would then act as a switch between these two sites. Bridging is ideal for sending multicast and broadcast traffic, which is not normally forwarded when using a routed VPN. This video will focus on setting up a Tun routed VPN. Okay, so first we'll just open up a browser and access the server's router. Usually the address is just 1.1, because I'm just using stock settings for these routers. Okay, so first we'll just need to click System at the top and then click System again. Okay, so we just need to make sure the date and time's correct, just so that the OpenVPN security certificates will work later on. And then we just need to make sure it's got a host name, so I've just named mine Site A server. Okay, now click System and Administration. Then we just need to set a password on the router just so we can SSH into it later. So once we've done that, we just need to go into Network and then Interfaces. So the only thing I've already done is to set the WAN IP address. You probably won't need to change this because you're not setting it up locally. So we just need to change the LAN's IP address as well. So on the diagram, I was using 2.1 as the server's interface for the LAN. So yeah, once you've saved that, you just need to change the network adapter as well to be on the 2 range, just so I can access it again. So yeah, it doesn't confirm the settings as well until you've actually logged onto it with the new IP address. So that's it, the changes have been confirmed. So we just need to download the required packages for OpenVPN. Because these routers I'm setting up locally, they haven't got any internet access at the moment, so I just need to just latch these onto my local Wi-Fi network just so I can get internet access, so you probably don't need to do this step. So just need to scan and find my local Wi-Fi and just click join network. All you need to do is put in the password, that's about it. Save and apply, and the router should be using my Wi-Fi network now. So then we just need to SSH into the router. So if you can just use a free tool like PuTTY, that should do the job, no problem. So we just type the IP of the LAN in there. So it can be 2.1. So default username's always root on there. So just to make sure it's on the internet, I'll just ping Google's DNS service, and that's okay. So then we type in opkg space update. I've just sped that up a little bit. So then we install the packages. I've put everything what you need to type in the description below. Okay, so that should be all the required packages that we need. So if we just go back to the browser, we just need to set a few settings on the LAN again. So you just go back to Network Interfaces, click Edit on the LAN. So if you just go to DHCP server, I'll just put this starting at 10. So on the diagram I had both the computers, they run like 10 and 11. Just click save on that. So yeah, and just click save and apply just to confirm. So we next just need to add the ports for OpenVPN in the firewall. So if you just click on network and then click firewall. And once you're in there, we just need to click on traffic rules. And then scroll down, click add. We'll just name this firewall rule OpenVPN. So go down to destination zone and select device on this. And we just need to choose the ports. So I've done a range from 7500 to 7505, just in case we have a few different VPNs that you might be setting up. But on this tutorial, we'll only be using the 7500, so you can just put that if you like. So yeah, just click save, then just to confirm it, just save and apply. So yeah, once we've done that, we'll just reboot it. And then once it's rebooted, we should have the VPN options at the top then. Okay, so the next step would be to generate the VPN security certificates, and these are required for the VPNs to actually work. So we'll do this using a tool called easyrsa. Okay, so if you just open the browser and go to Google and just type OpenVPN into the search, then just click where it says Community Downloads. Then if you just scroll down the page and click the relevant installer, I'm just using 32-bit on this one. So when that's downloaded, just double click the file. Then on the installer, just click where it says Customize. Now just scroll to the bottom and then just enable where it says easyrsa. Then once you've done that, just click Install. So just tick Trust and click Install on these devices. So when this first runs, it tries to open a config what's not already there, so just click OK on that. So we only really need to install this just so we can generate the security certificate, so you probably won't need this client running, so we can just disable it from the Windows startup. So in the system tray, just right click the OpenVPN icon and then just click Settings. Then just untick where it says Launch on User Logon and then click the OK button. Okay, so now we just need to generate the security certificates. So if you just go into Windows Explorer, then just click Local Disk C:, then just go into Program Files, and then Open VPN. Then just click where it says easyrsa. In the root of it, you'll see a file that just says easyrsa. If you just right click and open it up with a text editor, I just use Notepad+ on mine. If you just search for this country in that phrase, I think it's the second one down. So it should give you a list of all the details, what it uses when it's generating the certificates. So you can change the city, that's up to you, things like that, country. All I've changed on here for the default, I've just made it expire a little bit later. So it's this CA expire and certificate expire that we need change. That's just basically how many days until it does expire. So I'll just save that. So we just need to generate the security certificates now. So just click the Windows Start menu and just type CMD, then just right click on the CMD shortcut and then click Run as Administrator. Then we just need to type in cd/program files /openvpn. Then just type in cd space easy-rsa. So once you're in the easyrsa directory in the command prompt, you just need to type in easyrsa-start. and just type the following. Again, it's in the description, so you can just copy and paste. So the first bit is the certificate authority. I just give that a name like Site A. Then we build the server certificate. Once that's done, then we generate the client certificate. I just give it quite a descriptive name. On this I've just put client site B to site A, because they can get mixed up sometimes, which you don't want. So it's just this last bit as well, which this can take a little while. So I've sped this up. If you want to know more about the certificate processor, it is worth reading. It's quite interesting, but I'm not really great at explaining that. Okay, so once that's done, I'll just show you if you go in the PKI folder, what it generates. Then you've got the certificate authority file. I'm not sure what that does, but I know it's crucial. So these will be your public certificates. And then you've got the private keys as well. So those are the only files that you need when you're doing this. So we just need to go back into PuTTY and SSH into the router again. When you've SSH'd into it, you just need to type in there where it says cd space /etc/config. When you're in that directory, we just need to clear the contents of the default OpenVPN config file. So if you just do a right bracket and then space OpenVPN, that'll just clear the contents of the file. So then we just type nano and then space OpenVPN. That opens the text editor. So then the sample config that I've put in the description, we just need to copy that and paste it into nano. So you should paste all the options, as you can see there. At the top you've got the client config directory option. This can sort out the routing between the server and the clients. So it's just another file we'll need to add after this one. The root option is where we'd specify the client's LAN network, so whatever subnet the client is on is what we'd put here. So in my case, the connecting client is on a 3.0 network, which we'd put here. The server option is the network address of the TUN interfaces, what you can specify. So in my example, I've just put it on 10.20 range. The server's TUN interface will then be allocated the 0.1 address, and then the connecting clients, they'll be assigned the next one up the range. So we just need to save this config. So if you just do Control and S and then Control and X to quit. So we just need to set up the server and client routing now. So if you just do cd /etc/openvpn, just go to that directory, and then we just need to make the ccd directory what we specified in the config. So if you just do mkdir space ccd, in my case it's the directory's already there, and then just do cd space ccd to go into that directory. Now OpenVPN will look for the client common names in this directory, so it's important that the names we use for the files here are correct, else it won't find a match and the routing won't work. So the name to use is what we specified when we were generating the OpenVPN client certificates. So in my example, I used client _ site B _ site A. You can also find the client names from the PKI directory in the issued or private folder from earlier. So to create a file, I'll just do nano space client _ site B _ site A. Okay, so first we specify the route for the client's network. So if you just type in iRoute and then space, and then it's the client's network, so 192.168.3.0. space, and then the subnet mask, so 255.255.255.0. And then we specify the server's route, which gets pushed to the client. So we just type in push space, and then it's an apostrophe, then route, and then it's the server's network address. So 192.168.2.0, and then space, and then the subnet mask again, and then followed by an apostrophe. Now just save that again, so Control and S, and then Control and X. So I'm just going to go back into the browser, click into network and then wireless. I'm just going to remove that Wi-Fi network that I joined earlier. Again, you probably don't need to do this if you didn't earlier. So just remove the interface of the temporary Wi-Fi network as well. So just get rid of that. So now that we've pasted the VPN config, we just need to upload the correct certificates for it. So in the browser, on the router's interface, just go into VPN and then OpenVPN. So now it should list the profile that we pasted in earlier in the SSH. So there it should say VPN tap server. So we just click the edit button next to that. So with the server, there's these 4 files that we need to upload from what we generated earlier. So if we click on the certificate authority first, so then we just click upload file. And we just need to go to the easyrsa folder. So if you go into the pki folder, and then you should have it there, it should just say CA. So you just double click on that and then just click upload file. And then you just click on it to select it. And we should just need to do the same for the other files. So then you've got the server public certificate. That's in the issued folder. And choose save it. Then there's just the private key file. So it's in the private folder, that one. And it's just the server site e.key. So they should be all listed there now. Then just click save and apply. So now that we've uploaded the certificates, the OpenVPN should just run now. So just click in VPN and then OpenVPN, and you should see it running then. You can also check if you go to status and then system log. Scroll all the way down. Now you should see where it says TUN device opened. Okay, we now need to add the TUN interface to the LAN's firewall, so forwarding can occur between them. So click on network and then firewall. And then if you just scroll down to the LAN section and then just click edit, then click advanced settings, and under covered devices just select the TUN interface, and then click save, and then just save and apply that. Okay, so that should be the server side of it configured. So we just need to configure the client side now. Okay, so just need to access the client router now. So just need to go to network and interfaces. I just need to set up the WAN IP address because I'm setting it up locally. This will normally be your IP address of your internet connection. So now we just need to set the LAN interface IP address. So in the diagram I was using 3.1 for the client. Then just click save and just confirm that. So now because we've changed the LAN IP from 2.1 to 3.1, we just need to put the network adapter in the same range so we can access it again. So once we've done that, just put the 3.1 into the web address again, and we should be able to access the router again. So now that the one IP addresses are set up, they should be able to see each other, so we'll just test that using ping. So if you just open up the command prompt, just left click on the start button, type cmd, enter. So you can just ping 10.0.0.3, that's the client's IP, and then 10.0.0.2, that's the server's IP. Okay, so we just need to set up a few initial settings on the client again, so just go back to the browser, click system, and then system again. So I'll just name this site B client, and just make sure that, again, the date and time's correct, because this is important when the certificates are loaded. Okay, so now, because I've got no internet on this one either, I just need to connect to that temporary Wi-Fi again, like I did on the server. So like I say, you probably don't need to do this if you're using your actual routers. Okay, so just confirm that, and I should have internet on this router now. So we just need to go back into PuTTY again, and we need to SSH to the client, and we just need to, again like the server, we just got to download the OpenVPN packages. So again, these commands are in the description, so you can just copy and paste them. So it's just opkg update first. Then we install the package names. Okay, so once they're installed, I'll just remove that temporary Wi-Fi access. So yeah, you don't need to do that if you've already got internet access on your router. So just need to remove the interface as well. So once we've done that, we just need to give the router a reboot now. Okay, so now we just need to paste in the client's OpenVPN config. So we just need to go into PuTTY again and SSH back into the router, the client router. So that's 3.1 on this one. Okay, so once you're logged in, if you do cd /etc/config, then there's already a sample OpenVPN config, so we don't need that, so we can just clear it like the one on the server. So if you just do right bracket and then space, then the file name OpenVPN, that should just clear the contents of that file. So now just type in nano and then space OpenVPN. Nano is just the text editor. Okay, then from the description you should see the sample of the client OpenVPN config, so you can just copy and paste that into Nano. So the only thing that we need to change is just the remote address. So if you just type in the remote address of the server, so in my case it'll just be 10.0.0.2. So once you've done that, just Control S to save and then just Control X to quit. Okay, so now we just need to go back to the browser, just click VPN and then open VPN. So now I just need to upload the security certificates that we generated for OpenVPN earlier. I generated these on the computer that accesses the server's router, so I just need to copy that folder over from that machine. So it's just in the easyrsa folder. It's just the PKI folder that we need. So these are running in virtual machines, so I'll just copy it to the desktop and then I can copy it over to the client's computer then. So that's all we need on there. So if we just go back to the browser, just click Edit on the client's OpenVPN config. Then it's similar to before on the server, so the certificate authority. We just need to upload that one first. So then again go in the PKI folder and then click CA. Just upload that. We'll just upload them all first. So now it's the public certificate of the client. Just upload that one. And then it's the private key of the client. So in the private folder. And upload that one as well. These are the only three that we need for the client. We don't need that other one, the DH one. So it's just these three. And just make sure once you've uploaded them, you've actually clicked on them to select them as well. So just make sure it doesn't say file not accessible on the box. Just click save and apply. And if everything's right, the VPN client should connect. Just go into VPN and then click OpenVPN, and if it says stop, it should mean that the client VPN's running. Okay, we now need to add the TUN interface to the LAN's firewall. So click on Network and then Firewall. And then if you just scroll down to the LAN section and then just click Edit, then click Advanced Settings, and under Covered Devices just select the TUN interface. And then click Save. And then just save and apply that. Then we just need to reboot the router again. Okay, now go back into VPN and then OpenVPN. Just make sure it's running okay. We can also check just by going into Status and then System Log. Scroll all the way down. Now you should see where it says TUN device opened. Now that this is all complete, we'll just test this using ping to make sure that each end is communicating. If you're having issues with ping, just try restarting both the routers and the clients. Also ensure that Windows Firewall is not blocking ping, as it sometimes only allows it from the same network range. It's best just to try temporarily disabling the Windows Firewall on the clients just to check that this is not the case. Okay, so click the start button and type in CMD. Then if you just type ping, and then we want the server's router IP, so 192.168.2.1. Hopefully you should get replies from that. Then we'll just try pinging the client on the server, so 192.168.2.10. Now if we just do the same on the server, so if you just open command prompt, then type in ping 192.168.3.1. And then if we just ping the clients on the router, so 192.168.3.10. Okay, and that should be the TUN VPN setup.